Thanksgiving is tomorrow and it's time to get cooking, but what if you're missing some crucial ingredients? Joining us this morning is Chef Janon with some switches in tight stitches. I love that. Okay, but this I love because the last thing I want to do, I went to the store like 3 days ago. Oh. I don't want to ever go back.
No, I'm not prone to panic attacks, but I felt one coming on when I went to the grocery store yesterday. So the people who you know, you sit down, heaven forbid it's tomorrow, you're looking for something in particular, but today, tomorrow, you don't want to have to go back to the grocery store. Oh, the money, the time, the effort. So here's a couple quick little switcher ups that you probably already have in your pantry or your refrigerator, and to make life so much easier. But can we say welcome back to Abby?
Hi.
Sorry, I was just so excited to see her.
It's so good to see you again. Yes.
So first things first, recipe calls for fresh herbs. Okay. What do you do? What do you do? You open the pantry, you check your dry herbs, right?
Yes.
Because you don't want to spend that. But the typical ratio is a tablespoon of the fresh herbs is going to go to a teaspoon of the dry herbs. The dry herbs are going to be more intense. They're going to flavor it a little bit differently. But that is your first quick substitution.
Okay.
Then the most frustrating. What happens when you just know you got baking powder?
Oh,
you know it. You know it. You know. You had it last year. You get to the cabinet. You don't have it,
You don't have it.
You have the baking soda. Well, you can substitute. Now we're going to put on the website, my website, chefjanon.com, or the Fox.
It's already up. Oh, I'm on top of it today.
She's so amazing, I tell you. But so ratios being, I have to use my cheat sheet because I'm telling you.
There's a lot of calculation.
So with baking soda, right, you can substitute baking powder, 4 teaspoons for 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
But avoid recipes that have acid in them because the baking powder will counteract with that.
Okay.
Now, if you're opposite, if you have baking soda but you don't have baking powder, you can substitute baking powder for a teaspoon of it for a 1/4 teaspoon of the baking powder with an 1/8 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar.
Okay.
Now, what happens if you don't have cream of tartar?
I don't. Right? I can already tell you, I do not.
See, most people don't even know what cream of tartar is.
Yeah.
Now, it's the little thing you see in all of the baking aisles, but it's a byproduct of winemaking.
Oh,
one of my favorites.
Okay.
And so all it does is it creates an acid chemical reaction to recipes. So all you have to think of is acid. If you got lemon juice, if you got vinegar, if you got even wine will work in those recipes in substitution for cream of tartar. How cool is that, right?
So cool. And I really want to talk about these because we're running out of time, but this one is huge. So let's say you don't have eggs.
Oh, that's a difficult one. Somebody breaks your last egg. Oh, heartbreaking. Now, if you happen to have some canned garbanzo beans in your cabinet, the clear liquid is called aquafaba and can be substitute for egg whites. It'll fluff, it'll meringue, it'll do all those things.
Okay.
But in baking, mayonnaise. Ew, don't get grossed out.
I was going to say, it sounds gross.
It sounds a little weird.
But when you break it down, it's the same ingredients.
Same exact ingredients. Mayonnaise is made out of eggs and oils. That's all it is. What else comes in baking? Bread, flour, oil, eggs.
Yes.
Done.
There
you
you
throw
go.
some butter in there, easy peasy. The rest of them are going to be on the website. We got a few more for you.
Yes, we've got them all broken down. It's already posted on fox21news.com. You can also contact Chef Janon there. Coming up next hour, you're going to be with Craig. What are you going to show us? Some actual meals or treats for Thanksgiving?
Yes, since we were talking substitutions, we were using some creative ingredients. I thought maybe I would substitute some of those things you guys were talking about that you didn't like so much, or maybe a few extra healthier dessert options.
Okay, I like it. Stick around for that. And meantime, we'll be right back. Your time is 6:30. Stay tuned.